So one of the most important things that every man must learn how to do is unlocking your mindset. And I'm not just saying from the aspect of, oh, we got to be positive 24/7 or different things like that, because that's we all know that's BS. This past month and a half has been one of the worst time periods of my life. There's a lot of things going on that I would never show on camera, but to you guys, I'ma always come on here with the right mindset, because at the end of the day, as a man, nobody cares about our problems. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we get in these comments on these channels and we talk about, oh, I'm gonna just give up on women. It's not just for me, or I'm done with women, or all these different things. That's the wrong mindset to have. I had that mindset from the time I was in middle school and start liking girls, high school, college, you know what I'm saying? Not all of college, but middle school and high school primarily, where I always felt like, oh, she not gonna want me. She gonna eventually stop rocking with me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna mess this up. Like, I always had this mindset of, I'm not good enough. She don't see the value in me. Let me convince her. Always trying to prove myself. When in reality, I didn't understand the fact that, yo, when a woman wants you, you know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. If a woman likes you, she likes you. You can't convince her. Man, you definitely need to have people in your life that you talk to, whether it's a OG/mentor, or, you know, a parent, or, you know, whatever, a therapist, whatever you want. Life is all about perspective and how we look at things. When you have the right outlook, you're putting your trust into the higher power that it'll all work out. And that's the mindset you gotta have, especially with women. Women are very in what they say, women got like a sixth sense, because they're so in tune with themselves that what you gotta understand is they're gonna be able to see things about you that you don't realize is coming off, because your mindset controls everything. So if you kind of feel like you don't deserve this woman that you're around, and you kind of feel like you're not good enough, you got to prove yourself, and you got to do the most, you have to act like somebody you're not, like, women gon' call your bluff on that. Like, in war, the battle is first won in the mind. That's what you got to understand. A lot of these things are mind games. I was watching the game Sunday, you know, the Cowboys versus the Browns. You know what I'm saying? I was watching Deshaun Watson, and he's like a shell of himself. Like, Watson was that dude back in 2020, but then, you know, all the allegations came about, and now it's like, I be having so much faith that he's gonna get better, but a lot of times it's mental, because we know how good you can be. We've seen it, but clearly you're mentally thrown off. You're not there. And with women, they pick that up easily. It's all mental. The battle is won here. You gotta win it up here. I remember Paul George was saying on his podcast a couple months back, he was talking about, like, shooting is mostly mindset. And it really is. Anybody that plays sports, you know, when you're shooting a basketball, it's all about rhythm and confidence. You gotta go into a shot with confidence. You see a lot of times players in the NBA, when I'm watching NBA games, you can see when a player's in his head, because he starts missing shots and then he gets scared to shoot. And that's what happened with us and men when it comes to dating. You know what I'm saying? You take some L's, and now it's like you feel like, oh, it's not meant for me, so I'm not gonna even shoot. I'm not gonna even try. But that's stupid. I took L's from the time, like I said, from 11 to 19, I was taking L's. Never got a woman, you know, just didn't get far, didn't understand what I was doing. Oh man, like, why don't you see my value? Oh, it always happens to me. And it was my mindset. But once I started to get some wins with women I was attracted to, and they wanted to deal with me, and and things happen, and you start dealing with another woman that you're attracted to, and another one. Once you stack some wins, that shows you everything you need to know. Now, I understand how it can be hard when you're going through the motion of, like, oh, the same thing happens every time. I keep getting stood up, I keep getting ghosted, I keep getting rejected, I keep getting no text back, I keep getting left on red. Yeah, that's gonna happen. That happens to most men. But at the end of the day, the only way to get out of it is by first starting with changing your mental, because changing your mental allows you to see, okay, all right, I know I'm making a lot of money, but also let me focus on actually understanding women. Let me focus on going to the gym. Let me focus on buying more clothes and upgrading my style. Let me focus on being more of a people person. You start to do those things, and then you see the results and the fruits of your labor. But in general, man, if you really want to deal with women, your mental got to be on point. You know, women want men who are leaders. Women want men who are in control of themselves. And to do that, your mindset has to be on point, because if your mindset is not on point, you're going to self-sabotage the situation. And that's what I used to do time after time. I would self-sabotage because I didn't believe I was good enough. And I see a lot of men who comments it's a lot of men, and this is not the most men that comment on my channel, but I get a lot of comments from guys basically saying like they're giving up, they're tired of dealing with women, and that's a bad mindset to have. Because at the end of the day, you know that you want to be with the woman, so why are we sitting here capping and acting like you don't want a woman's companionship? Every man that is straight would love a woman, whether it's a girlfriend or rotation or, you know what I'm saying, marriage. Every man will love to have a woman, not only that you're physically attracted to, but she adds value to you. She makes you feel good. Y'all have the same humor, you know what I'm saying? Y'all vibe, the compatibility, you know what I'm saying? Like she wants a family like you. Every man wants that. So to sit there and act like, oh, I'm just giving up on women, bad mindset. Like I was telling y'all earlier, some of the stuff I've been through in the last 3 weeks have been grueling. But I know for me, it's all about, like, yes, I've been feeling negative a lot of times throughout the last 4 or 5 weeks, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I always have people I can call to get it out. You gotta get it out. I understand you're frustrated, but let's talk to somebody about it. So that way you can get the proper perspective you need to be able to move forward. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, a lot of times we create these problems in our head and they're not even real. It's not that women don't want you. You're not putting yourself in a position for a woman to want you. Your mindset is off. So you're doing it to yourself. Because the only thing women have in common with you is you. That's it. Because what about the other men out here that's getting women? What about them? You know what I'm saying? So when you make it about you, you're self-sabotaging. Why? Because in your mind, you don't feel worthy enough. So that's why I say on every video, man, we must continue to put ourselves first. All right, guys, this is my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel as always. Guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.